Hello Aquarius or Aquarius cross watcher, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel, welcome to this video. So first of all, I just want to say if you are interested in finding some petitions to sign or some places to donate or to educate yourself on police brutality, the Black Lives Matter movement, the protests or just racism in the United States, this could also apply globally because I know that I have some viewers in other countries, but it is mostly focused on the United States, then you can find that in the description of this video. Also, if you have, my cat opened the door, sorry. Also, if you have any links or anything that you would like me to add to this list or that you think would be beneficial to add to this list that I have in my description, then please email them to me, which is in the description. I hope I didn't just repeat myself there. Yeah, I mean, it's a really devastating thing that is going on and has been happening, and I think it's important to use my platform to spread some awareness on this and to help in any way that I can. So, with that being said, I'll start your reading. So today I'm going to be doing a general reading for you, also involved with love and romance. So let's see what's going on with Aquarius. Okay, so you could be kind of having a shift in your internal world is what I'm getting. You could be feeling a bit of, like you could have recognized something, some thoughts that kept coming up, some old emotions that kept coming up, this kind of past situation. You could have recognized this and decided you're ready to move on from having this in your internal world, your head space, your emotional space. You could have realized like you kind of are having a shift, and you could also be having a shift in the perspective that you have in your internal world, like how optimistic you are, and like you could be not wanting to be one-sided about situations. Like you could be trying to allow things to have complexity and not trying to simplify them just for peace of mind, if that makes sense. You could also be kind of craving some connection, like with people. You could be wanting to get out there more. Like you could have had a lot of time with social isolation, it makes sense, but you could have had a lot of time alone and you're kind of ready to hang out with people, talk to people. Like you want to go talk to people, hang out with people. You could have some fears about how other people perceive you. You could be dealing with that right now, and you could also be having some fears about a situation that is over. Like you randomly worry, sorry for the pause, so you randomly worry about a situation that is no longer present in your life. You could also be having dreams about a certain person, or you could be in someone's dreams. You could also have some fears about your future, about what it's going to look like. And it looks like there's someone who's kind of scared that you forgot them, scared that you left them behind, and scared that you like don't care about them anymore. Like it really seems like there's someone in their feelings about you, reflecting on what happened between you guys, and they're kind of fearing that this situation will never work out, like it's over and they can't fix it or it can't be mended. There could be someone who's really trying to make this situation work out how they want it to. And when I say like you want to go out and talk to people, you want to go hang out with people, I'm really getting it's mostly like friends. It doesn't seem like you want to be dealing with, you could have realized like you don't want to be dealing with these players, you don't want to be playing these games, you don't want, it's not really, you could be wanting love, you could be seeking love, but it seems like when I was saying how you want to go out there and talk to people, like You miss your friends mostly, is what I'm getting, or like your family. It's not like I'm really not getting that you're really craving romantic affection too much. You could just be receiving it anyways and be content with that. But yeah, it's like you could also be having a new perspective on how you approached love, how you approached romantic situations, and maybe if from the beginning you let your fears get in the way of a situation even starting or working out, like you could have, once you caught feelings for someone, been scared and, messed it up, ruined it because you were scared. So you came towards the situation with fear when, like with fear and fearful actions and such, when it was really love was the focus of the situation, if that makes sense. So yeah, you could have realized that this kind of got in the way, like you would ruin a situation before it even had a chance, out of fear. Out of fear of the other person, out of fear of getting too emotionally attached to someone. This could have happened. So interesting. All of these cards, it seems like you're kind of putting something together about a person, about a situation. And there could be someone that you feel like you want to take a chance on. Like you want to give them a fair chance. You want to hear what they have to say. This is a strange Aquarius reading. You could also be a bit avoidant of your emotions at this time. And you could be struggling to find some peace. Like you just want to feel peaceful. You just want to almost disconnect from your emotions, but of course that doesn't really work out. You can't really disconnect from your emotions. You're going to keep feeling them. So this could be something that you're dealing with. You're struggling to process some emotions, some thoughts. And it seems like there's something that you're really passionate about. This could be a hobby, this could be a person, but there's some feelings of inadequacy here. Like you could be worrying about how well you will do in this situation with this person, at this hobby, at this job, in this career path. And there's some fears and feelings of inadequacy, when the truth is you really have what it takes. You've really got it. Like, you'll be fine. Of course you're enough for this person. Of course you're capable of dealing with this situation, this job. Or you could be amazing at this hobby, but you just have some inner fears, feelings of inadequacy about it. And it looks like you, there could be some fear of failure here as well, for sure. Like you're scared to try something because you're scared that you fail at it, but it looks like you're going to try anyways because you also have fear of not trying. It's like you have fear of, you're scared you'll fail at it, you're scared you won't be adequate, but at the same time it's almost more scary to you to not even try. Like to look back and be like, I didn't even make steps towards what I want to do, or what I want to bring into my life, or towards this person. Like, I think it's better to go towards what you want, and it looks like this is what you're doing. I'm an Aquarius. But I think it's better to go towards what you want, and what you want to do, or pursue what you want, and take the chance to fail, rather than look back and be like, disappointed in yourself that you never even tried, you never even took the chance. It's better to fail than to not even give it a shot, if that makes sense. I sound like a motivational speaker right now, but I mean, it doesn't look like you're gonna let fear get in the way. But if you did try something, like you shot your shot, or you attempted something and you kind of failed, don't give up hope about it if it's something that you have passion for, because it does look like you have what it takes. Just put in the proper effort. It'll be good. We have the Magician here, so I got the Magician a lot with these readings today. So looks like a lot of people are manifesting some things, bringing some things into their life. Developing their skills, what they need to have to achieve what they want. Okay, we have dreams here. So also with the Moon card, I was saying, like, you could be having dreams about someone could be really having dreams about you. Fear of losing you is what I'm getting if someone's having dreams about you. Also, just pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the messages in your dreams. If you remember them when you wake up, perhaps write them down. Keep a dream journal. You could also just like write it in the notes in your phone, like a page of notes in your phone as a dream journal. Because sometimes, you know, I don't know. I was going to say sometimes you don't sleep at home, but most people usually sleep at home. I just travel sometimes, but and I feel like I don't know, if I have a journal, I usually like put it in different places. Like, okay, it's more like I don't always keep my journal by my bed. Yeah, I'm usually at home. So, that made no sense. Okay, anyways, yeah, you can use your notes in your phone as a dream journal, by the way. And this sometimes you'll think it was nothing, your dream, and you'll be like, this is kind of a weird dream. Like, I was having really mundane dreams about like just doing ordinary things. I was talking to someone about this. They said, what does mundane mean? Mundane means like doing the dishes or like driving home or something like that, just everyday things. Yeah, I was having dreams about doing just the most mundane stuff. And I was like, what does this mean? But then I kind of thought it back over. I was like, So yeah, pay attention to your dreams, even if it seems like it's like, made no sense and what was the point of dreaming about that? Still pay attention, because there's a few things about dreams here. You could also be wanting to like you want to go to social situations, you want to hang out with people, you want to be around people, and you want to be your most authentic self. Like, for a while you could have felt like you wanted to portray this something, like you could have been like, I want to seem very put together or something, and or whatever you aspire to be, and you could have incorporated that into your daily routine, perhaps spending more time like getting ready or something like that. But it could also be like you took these traits that you wanted to have and you made them your own instead of just like copying people or whatever. But Aquariuses are normally very original, so if you felt inspired by something, it really seems like you're not just like copying, imitating. It's like you admired it and you made it your own. So it's honest, it's your truth self, if that makes sense. You know? Like you want to be real with people. So if you do improve in some way, or if you do kind of make a slight change, it's like you'll ease into it and it'll be your own thing. You'll develop it in your own way. In regards to like, I don't know, if you wanted like a wardrobe change in your style or something of the sort, it's like you did it in a way that was true to you, this type of change. She could have got inspiration. I don't know. I just made that up off the bat. It doesn't have to be wardrobe change. But I hope that made sense to you. Okay, so we have emotional withdrawal here. And it really does seem to me like a lot of Aquariuses are trying to, like, for whatever reason, it's like you're sick of your emotions. You're sick of feeling these emotions or thinking too heavily about things, overthinking things, getting stuck in your emotions, getting stuck in your head. So it's like you're really trying to withdraw from these emotions and just keep yourself afloat, if you will. And it looks like you're having some success in that, but you will have to face your emotions eventually at some point. But sometimes it's good to have some space from your emotions, and like if a feeling comes up, it's just like, okay, I'll think about that later. Because sometimes you can overthink a situation, you can overfeel for a situation. It's like you're feeling the same thing, you're feeling the same thing, you're feeling the same thing about it, and it's just like, okay, you felt what you could. You don't need to keep dealing with this same emotion about the same thing. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's excessive, and it could maybe weigh you down. It could do you some good to kind of separate yourself from these emotions, to kind of withdraw emotionally a little bit about a situation, about a person, or just generally just kind of like listening to things that make you happy, watching movies that make you happy, drinking beverages that make you happy, reading books that make you happy, sketching if you enjoy sketching, things like that. And instead of just sitting there like feeling like down or whatever, like just go do some things that will lift your spirits. Maybe tarot videos help do that for you. I hope they do. So yeah, I mean, that's not necessarily emotional withdrawal either. It's just kind of like separating yourself and not letting yourself stay stuck in not doing things because you're feeling some emotions. So it looks like you're gonna have some change in situations that kind of comes abruptly. So it'll be like, this is just a random message, but it'll be like one moment, not a moment actually, but like, you know, it'll be a few weeks, like things are normal and there's this abrupt change, and all of a sudden like you're in a different place or something happens that just really changes things for you, like your long-term future. And just be flexible with that. Even though if there is some kind of abrupt change for you, just do the best you can to be flexible and to stay grounded, to stay balanced, even if there is a kind of thing that throws you off in some random change. It was super random. It looks like whoever you're dealing with romantically, this reading has hardly been about romance, but it looks like whoever you're dealing with romantically really supports this career path or finance path that you're on. Like they're very supportive. They could actually support you, but they could also just be very supportive and really believe in you. And yeah, this could be like you're a little bit more focused on career and finances than you are romance, considering this like hardly about romance. So you could just kind of be like, I'm not really seeking, like I was saying, like even when you're going out too, it's like you're not really seeking love too heavily. And maybe it's because you kind of feel fulfilled right now with the love that you have, or the love that you're receiving, or just love that you have for yourself. Like it's not something that you're yearning for too heavily or something that you feel like you need. Because like I said, you could be a little bit more driven, passionate, focused on your career. Or your hobby, something work related, hobby related, passion related. Yeah, and you could also just be enjoying the company of like your friends, of your family, or you could also just have a significant other who you feel fulfilled with. But yeah, I think that's really all the main messages here that I have. There's also something that it's like, you could be a bit concerned about your future, and like I said, you could be having some feelings of inadequacy, and you could also be looking at like all of these different complexities of your own personality, of yourself, and you could be thinking like, which way will I go in the future? Which way will I end up? Like how I was saying, like you might have a change in your style, or you might want to be more put together, or you might want to be whatever, and you could be wondering how that's going to affect your life in the future, how you'll change in the future by your own hand, by your own wants and willingness to change for the better. So you just could be wondering about what your future self is going to look like, and kind of taking that into your own hands. Of course, there is some chance involved with all of that, but it looks like you're just kind of like doing what you can right now to create the best version of yourself, or to build off of the self that you already have, of course, and move a little bit more in the direction that you want your future to look like in the present moment. So, like present goes into future. So, of course, but I feel like this reading was this is interesting. This is a very interesting Aquarius reading. I hope that this helped you somehow. There is someone who's really fearful about losing you, for sure, in regards to romance and love. They're scared to lose you, they're scared they lost you, they're having dreams about you. That's all I have to say about romance, if that's what you were concerned about with this reading. But yeah, I hope this made sense to you. I hope this resonated with you. I hope that this helped you somehow. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have a good day or night.